Hey guys, SkittleRampage here. Welcome back to a new video. I do hope you're enjoying your day today. So we're back with trending Funko Pop news. We have about 8 Funko Pops that are going up in value. Now guys, I'm still kind of getting used to sitting down on the couch here. It feels a little more relaxed talking. I plan to put shelves back here, with a couple pops, maybe some of my fig pins or, something else, but it looks so bland back here for the time being, so that's the only thing that kind of bothers me. Other than that, we might just be sitting down for a while. I don't know, just change things up because I'm always just having the big collection in the background. Either way though, again, today we're going to be going over some Funko Pops that are going up in value. I know you guys really love these series. However, I can only make the videos when, I find most of the Pops that are going up value. So as always, if you guys want to see these videos more often, of course, leave a comment down below of a Funko Pop you've noticed going up. With that being said though, let's ask the question of the day before we get started, which is, how you guys doing? I feel like I haven't asked this in a while. I've been so busy with this move and just cleaning the other house and just unpacking and all this. It's just been a lot, but I hope everybody is doing well. I know, state of the world is kind of iffy right now and everyone goes through things every single day. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully your pets are well, your families. Maybe you just got accepted to school or something like that. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started here. I think I'm gonna start off with the Dexter Morgan Funko Pop here. So check this one out. Estimated value is around 40, I would say $45 here. You can see over on Pop Price Guide. On the left there, that graph is poppriceguide.com, HobbyDB. For anybody wondering, I get that question a lot. So recent eBay sales, we have $45 roughly from Australia, $34.50, $38, $47 there, and then current listings do range from about $40 to $45. So like I said, Pop Price Guide is fairly accurate on this one. This is around a $45 pop. Now, why is this? Well, he didn't actually have a ton of stock loaded to the Funko shop initially, and it did sell out. I wasn't expecting it to sell out first day, but I severely underestimated the fans of Dexter. Plus, we have the new show looming right around the corner. I think it's Dexter Resurrection is what it's called. So with that, it's just increasing the popularity of Dexter. Plus, fans have been waiting for Dexter Funko Pops for absolute years. Over on TikTok, interesting enough, I would always see in the search Dexter Morgan Funko Pop on the most random videos. It would be One Piece, or it would be a horror Funko Pop, or just something completely different, and then it would say Dexter Morgan Pop. So that's when I was like, okay, people are actively searching for Dexter Pops, and now they're finally here. Now, we do have 2 other commons. You can get a regular Dexter as well as the Deborah Morgan one. As far as a restock, which I know some people are probably after, I'm not sure. We don't really have a timeline yet, but it is a Funko shop exclusive, so likely to restock, I will say. I never want to count it out with Funkos, especially. So maybe look forward to that in the future. However, for now though, with it being such a popular set and the new show right around the corner, I wouldn't say $40 to $45 is a bad price point by any means, because after shipping and tax, it's $22 roughly, so you're really only paying an additional 20 bucks. I don't think that's that bad. Of course, nobody wants to pay resale, but 20 bucks is better than 60 to 200 sometimes. Now, next up for WWE fans, we have Liv Morgan here, and this is her with the championship belt. So estimated value around $47. You can see that big jump from the roughly $15 to $20 range there. Recent sales have been around 50 bucks from Canada, another $50 one, $41, and then there was a low $20 one earlier in the month. Now, over on the right, for the current listings of what I could find, they did mostly range around $50 and up. Now, I don't know if there's a specific reason. I know she just had some matches recently, which I think she lost her match, if I'm not mistaken, based off the news headline. I don't watch a lot of WWE anymore. I kind of keep up to date a little bit. I've mostly been following John Cena's, last run currently, just because he was my favorite wrestler growing up. So the heel thing has been very interesting for sure. And I love the fact that, he's interacting with Randy again. I think that's great to, end his career with too, among other people they probably have planned for. But yeah, if there's something specific that I missed with Liv Morgan, please do let me know down below. Next up, we have a couple anime selections here from One Piece. The first one is the Luffy bronze statue pop here. Estimated value around $60. Mind you, retail for this one was actually, what was it? I think it was $25 because of the protector, and then shipping probably put this one around $32 to $33 after taxes, and maybe closer to $35 actually. But yeah, it was around the 30 plus range for retail. So basically it's listed about double what retail was essentially. We have some sales around 60, 78, 67, and 61. And then current listings do range from $70 to $80. You can find a couple lower ones around the $60 range too. So these are currently sold out at Funko. It was a pre-order based, if you don't know. Basically, you know, they made them to order is my guess anyways. They could have made a couple hundred more, maybe even like 1,000 more just in case damages occur or giveaways and things like that. But essentially the idea here is that they were on pre-order for like 2 weeks, and then whoever ordered it in that time frame got them about 4 to 6 months later. And of course, with it being one piece, it's gonna be pretty popular. This one's actually pretty interesting though, because if you'll see on the actual glam here, on the top left there, it does have that One Piece anniversary, 25th anniversary sticker. However, it did not arrive with that sticker. Now, somebody from overseas did comment on one of my posts. I'm not sure if this is entirely true. However, they did comment saying that Funko was allowed to use the 25th anniversary sticker because it was no longer the 25th anniversary this year. It was a last year thing. So that would technically track though, because what's the point of advertising it if it's not the 25th anniversary? Funko's usually late to the game on a lot of things. It sucks that it was advertised with that extra thing because I know a lot of people really wanted that on the box, but it is what it is. Now, the other One Piece pop we have is similar to that Luffy, obviously Zoro in this bronze statue set. Unfortunately, advertised with that 25th anniversary sticker too. Estimated value around $55. Again, retail was the same, around 30 plus. And current sales were around $66 all the way up to almost $100. And current listings are around the, you know, $60 to $80 range there. So I expect these to level out a little bit more, you know, as time goes on, as the other ones do arrive, because I'm sure a lot of these were sold. A lot of people really did like them. A lot of people didn't like them so much. However, with it being a pre-order situation for only about 2, maybe 2.5 weeks max, anybody who missed out on that or anybody who regrets their decision of not initially buying it is going to be looking to buy one right now. And so far, only Luffy and Zoro are out. So let me know what you guys think about that bronze statue set. How many have you picked up so far? I've been waiting to see Nico Robin because that would be the one out of all of them so far that would actually get me to buy one because she's one of my favorite One Piece characters. So I really hope they do her justice, but so far they've changed about every single statue. So I expect her to be not amazing, but maybe enough to get me to buy it. Okay, moving on, we do have another Hamilton pop. Hamilton's been making an appearance in all the last few videos here. So check it out. We do have the 3-pack here of Angelica, Eliza, and Peggy there. And this is a Barnes & Noble exclusive 3-pack. Estimated value around $65. Has not been updated in a while though, as I've seen the recent sales around $100, $89, $110, and $118, though I can only find 3 listings on eBay at $150, $115, and $300. So like some of the other Hamilton pops, this 3-pack is getting really rare. They haven't made any Hamilton pops since the original set, if I'm not mistaken. They might have made like a random exclusive after. Other than that, we have not seen any for a while. Let me know if you guys own the Hamilton set. I do think it's cool to see a lot of these start to go up in value due to Hamilton's popularity, because a lot of these sat in the clearance section for a very long time. This next one's pretty interesting. It is a racing pop, and we have George Russell here. So this is actually a Funko Shop exclusive in the United States, but it never released in the United States. So let's go over this. This is all special edition stickers, as you can see, $170 estimated value, and we have $114 sales, $136, $204 best offer accepted, so it was a little bit lower. Same thing down there, so it looks like they had a couple. Now the current listings I did find were around $210, $230, $39 on a bid, and then $172 there. So the reason I found this one interesting was due to the fact that it never released in the United States. Like I mentioned, I'm not sure why. Some of these sales go all the way back to November of 2024. So we're looking at about a 6-month time frame here, where normally a Funko Shop exclusive would have released by now. So I don't know if this is going to be an overseas only thing, similar to that White Ranger exclusive that never released at Walmart, or if maybe this is just experiencing some kind of heavy delay and eventually it will end up over here. I'll keep you guys posted on this one, but for now it is looking like it's around a $200 pop. Next up, we have a couple of Funko NFT pops here. The first one is the Mosquito in Amber from Jurassic Park. What a cool pop, to be honest. Estimated value around $540 there. And recent sales were around $530, $540, basically what it's listed around, though we did have a $900 sale as well as a $600 sale a little bit, you know, earlier in April. And then the current listings of what I could find, $650 and $1,250. So obviously trending a little bit higher on those listings of what's available versus Pop Price Guide. Thank you to the Discord member who did mention this one over in my Discord. I thought it was worth mentioning just because it's getting extremely hard to find across multiple selling platforms. So if you do own this one, you do have a hefty grail on your hands. Now, another NFT pop was the Pilot Engineer here from Alien, and this has an estimated value around $280. As you can see, it sat around the kind of $230, $240 range for a while and had a pretty big bump in April of around $40-ish. Recent sales around $245, $274, $250, as well as $225, and then current listings are mostly around the $300 range and up, except for that $280 one, obviously. But yeah, another one worth mentioning. These are some of the more rare ones in those sets, obviously. And all of the NFT ones are rare because most of the time, not everybody even redeems them. So it ends up being a lower piece count than what's actually displayed 9 times out of 10 anyways. And this is going to be pretty common with most of the NFT pops. They're just limited and, you know, they're made to be rare like that. Well, guys, that wraps up your trending Funko Pop news for today. Only about 8 selections this time around, but definitely some very interesting ones. Let me know in the comments below if you guys do own any of the pops today. Looking back at them, I don't think I own any of these. I passed on the Dexter pop just because I haven't seen Dexter yet, so I gotta kind of watch it a little bit to determine if I do actually want that pop in my collection. And then the One Piece bronze one, they just haven't really captured my attention. I was really looking at it, it's like, it's just not something I need for the One Piece collection. I have enough Luffy and Zoros to where it doesn't actually look like the Japanese statues. If it did, I think I'd be more interested, but they kind of put their own spin on it. Not that that's necessarily bad. They don't look terrible. That's not what I'm saying by any means, but I think I like the statue versions better versus what Funko did. But yeah, guys, doesn't look like I own anything in today's video, but let me know if you do. Again, though, that pretty much wraps up today's video. Please do hit the like button down below and subscribe and click that notification bell if you're new here. I do want to end off the video by saying a big shout out to all the awesome Patreon supporters of the channel. You guys are amazing for supporting myself and the channel. If you guys are interested and want to check out the Patreon, the link is down below. We have a Patreon Discord where we share a lot of information, news, restocks, updates, links, and more. And finally, make sure to follow me on all my social medias at SkittleRampage over on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, and my Facebook page so you can stay up to date. All right, love you guys. See you guys in the next one. See you guys later. Bye.